So my name is Yara, and this is my husband Kai, and we're at the Mole Creek Hotel in beautiful Mole Creek.
What drew you to Mole Creek and the hotel? Why did you decide to come here about a year ago?
It all started with a crazy idea from friends of ours from Sydney. Because I was ready to leave Germany, and we called our friends in Sydney and said, you know what? We will come within the next couple of months or 1 or 2 years. We will start to apply for a job in Sydney, Melbourne, the normal things. And then they came up with this idea, we have a business opportunity for you. And we said, what is it? We expected something, Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, usual things. And then they said, we go to Tassie for hunting and fishing in this little village called Mole Creek, and the pub is for sale. Want to buy it? And we said, what? Because we've never been to Tassie, never run a pub. Why should we buy a pub on the other side of the world with no experiences at all? 30 months later, we bought it. Yeah. This is a short story.
Wow. And you were in Berlin before?
Munich.
Munich, yeah. So
where the Oktoberfest takes place, which we will bring to Tassie, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what were you doing there? Not running
a pub, no. So I was in corporate finance. I have a background in corporate finance.
And I was running my own fashion agency in Munich. Went to all these fancy fairs in London, Paris, Florence, you name it. Sold ridiculous, expensive fashion to German retailers.
Okay.
So pretty close to a pub in Mole Creek.
Yeah. So I initially, when those friends had that idea, I said, I'm not moving to the coldest state. I wanted to move back to Australia because I've lived here before. And I said, I'm not going to move to the coldest state, not somewhere that's not on the ocean, to do something that we have no experience in doing. Yeah, but then we flew out pretty much 2 years ago now, in August of 24, flew out, and then we saw the potential of what we can do here and fell in love with the area.
Felt something in our guts and said, you know what? Last call, let's do this.
Yeah.
Then we started negotiations, and a couple of months later we came down to Tassie. Packed everything in a container in Germany.
Including our 2 boys.
That would have been a fairly exciting trip.
Yeah, big adventure.
It is, still is.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a big adventure, yeah.
Yes. What changes have you made so far?
I guess in here, everything. So we changed the rooms, we changed the linen, we changed the bar, the atmosphere.
Can speak about the kitchen.
The kitchen, of course.
And I'll speak about the decoration. You
good,
do the
good
kitchen
idea.
first.
So we changed a bit the assortment in the bar, of course. We bought and found a lot of beautiful heritage pictures and decoration stuff like this, which we did within the bar as well, and all the other things. And we did a lot of changes in the kitchen. So everything now is more or less, it's local, fresh cooked, local produced. We put a lot of some nice German dishes on it. Some very nice recipes from our grandmas or from the mother with a beautiful apple strudel, German rissoles, German pork knuckles, for example. But our first aim is just to put a lot of passion and love into our foods and our dishes and produce everything local and fresh. This is the biggest change in our kitchen.
Yeah, I think we started off, the first change was with the menu. But we also try to keep some elements of good Australian pub food. So I think it's a good combination of good Australian pub food with only fresh ingredients, and then the German specials, and then also showcasing the experience or the ability of our the chefs we get in, their backgrounds, their cultural and their expertise, showcasing those. So we have weekly specials. So we have the standard menu and weekly specials, and with these specials we showcase local produce and the experience of our chefs. Yeah, and so that's the menu.
And the end is always in the end is local products, but in the end affordable for everyone. So of course we'll be doing. Some people say you're not a pub anymore, you're more than a restaurant, but we still want to offer some nice pub food on a restaurant level.
You get a roughly 50-50 split of tourists and locals, or is it more one than the other?
We have a lot of locals still, and of course in summer a lot of locals as well, but in the meantime a lot of people coming more or less all over Tassie. They already heard about us, our kitchen, our atmosphere, our pub and our beer garden in summer as well. So of course our locals are coming, but we all can say the locals from Lonnie, Devonport, and also some guys from Hobart are coming for having good food at our place.
Yeah, so I think it's a good combination of locals, Tassie tourists, or if we want to call them Tassie locals, and then mainland tourism and also international. So it's a really good mix. Yeah. Of course, in winter we rely more on the locals, which is nice, and then in summer we also have the international tourists coming. Yeah. So I think Mole Creek is really a destination in itself, or we want to contribute to Mole Creek being a destination rather than just a stop. Currently it's used very much as a stopover between Cradle Mountain and the East Coast, people and tourists travelling there, but we want to contribute to this being Mole Creek being a destination in itself, because it has so much to offer, I feel, like with the caves and with the truffle farm and the salmon farm, the Ashgrove cheese.
The deer farm.
The deer farm, yes.
Fishing as well.
The fishing, hunting and fishing, walking. We get a lot of walkers, hikers.
Yeah.
So the walls of Jerusalem, a lot of nice local walks as well. So there's so much to offer, and we want to complement that with our offer, and not only being a pub, but a destination as well, or we want to offer an experience. So getting back to your question of what have we changed, we've changed a lot in the decor. So we've upgraded it, we've curated everything that we have here. It's been a lot of fun, but a lot of work, getting in a lot of furniture. Everything is from Tasmania, so we bought it all across Tasmania, driving around, looking at ads online. I don't know whether I'm allowed to mention the big the big online platform where you can buy second-hand furniture.
Yes.
So we've carefully curated everything and basically redecorated. We've opened up a lounge. This where we're sitting currently used to be the restaurant. So this lounge space is new, and now we have 2 restaurant spaces next to each other. We can show you around later on as well. One is with a fireplace. So we've basically refurbished and redecorated everything downstairs. Also the bar with art, which we collected.
The decoration
locally.
and all these heritage furnitures are the handwriting of Yara and our great managing assistant Chrissy.
Yeah.
So the girls have found a really remarkable stuff online, and I have to pick it up.
Yeah. We always sent him across.
Kai, we found
across
something. All right.
Northern Tassie. Also, one trip Chrissy and I did to Hobart to collect things, to collect items. Yeah. We've also refurbished our guest room, so we have 10 guest rooms upstairs, and now have luxury linen and nice rugs and throw rugs and floor-to-ceiling curtains. So that's quite a significant upgrade to what it was before. There's still a lot to do, but we get a lot of positive feedback from all the changes we've made. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to have a good time, just come to the Mole Creek pub. Whatever it is, for a beer, for a meal, just for a tea, just for hanging around.
The fire pit, we have a fire pit in
Outside.
the beer garden where you can roast marshmallows, and we've opened everything up quite significantly.
Come with your family, with the kids, let the kids run and have your beer in peace.
Yeah, we have the beautiful creek running through the property as well.
With the platypus inside.
Yep, we have a family of platypus as well. So it's got so much, and that's the potential we saw. So yeah, it's a great spot.
And I understand you have had live music and you run little events and that sort of thing as well.
Sure,
Yes.
live music in the pub, not as much as we would like to have it, but we're still in the process of learning our ropes. But yeah, we have live music in the pub, also in the beer garden, but it's getting more and more down the road, of course.
Yeah, we want to implement that regularly. Now it's been sporadic, but there's a lot of great local artists that we've had. We've enjoyed those. Yeah, as Kai said, we want to do that a little bit more, but the list of to-dos is so long. So yeah, we'll do that more in future.
What are some of the challenges that you might have had over the last year or so? Difficulties?
Yeah, learn to run a pub.
Yes, yeah, just
At all.
the day-to-day running of a pub is a challenge.
Is that sort of people management or the systems or?
That's everything. It's
Combination of everything.
24/7, full on. I guess our working days are from the very first beginning. It's 14 to 16 days every day, especially for the kitchen, for example. I never run a kitchen, which I'm doing now. I always love to cook, or to handle with good products. But to run a kitchen, to do the buying, to do the stock turn rate, to do the right menu at the right time, it's a big learning curve, but it makes a lot of fun. And the good thing is, the easiest thing is the cooking. Cooking is quite easy. But to have the right ingredients at the same time in the right amount to cook everything for the guests, this is a big job, but it makes a lot of fun. And all the chefs we had and currently have are helping a lot to setting up everything and to organizing. To all the chefs we had, currently have a big thank you to everyone
Yeah.
to helping us to run this kitchen as it is right now.
Yeah, not only the kitchen,
Not all-
like
of
everything.
course,
So
exactly.
we've kept most of the staff that was here before, and they've been really supportive. Of course, that helped a lot when we started, having the experience of the staff and also the local community. They've been very supportive. But challenges with an old building, like this building was built in 1908, so she's a very old lady, this
Oh,
pub.
yes. Oh.
So that's actually very challenging because something breaks down every single day. We have to get someone in to fix something every day, and also
So behind little issue was a big problem.
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We spoke to our carpenter, could you please fix it quickly? He said, no, I can't because
There's a bigger problem behind it. Yeah, but that's also fun. Keeping flying an old lady like this has been fun as well, but exhausting. And I think also a challenge is which we haven't mastered quite yet, is the family and business, the balance. There is no balance at the moment. So our two boys, we have two boys, 7 and 13 years old. They have to be very understanding because we have very little time for them, which I hope in future we'll be able to manage better.
But they're doing very good.
But
they're
they
really
love
brave.
it here as well. They run around and they help, and the 13-year-old helps in the bar to dip the glasses and restock, and the 7-year-old, he jumps in the kitchen and thinks he will be a chef later in life, so he's practicing. So they're enjoying it, but we'd like to have more time for them. Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Definitely,
Yes.
somehow.
Do you know roughly how many people are working here, the size of the team?
Yeah, the size of the team, it varies a little bit between summer and winter. In summer we had around 15 people working for us. Now it's around 12. Yeah, so we have, next to Kai, we have 2 other chefs, and then we have people in the bar, kitchen hand, housekeeping. Yeah, great team. Yeah, that I always say this has to be a happy place for people that work here and also for people that come here, and we try our best to have the happy place every single day.
It's all about good atmosphere, and as everybody
Yeah.
is coming in can feel it. Of course, we are working hard, but we should have some fun at work as well. So everybody you need to have this feeling that everybody would like to work here. Of course, we have to earn money, working hard, but in the end, it just has to be a good place to stay, good place to work, having a good atmosphere. And this is what it's all about. Otherwise, you can't have a good time if the atmosphere is under pressure, whatever it is. That's why happy place.
I mean, I think how the people who are working here feel impacts how the people who come here feel
Yes.
as well. So.
Yeah. And we hear that in the feedback as well, like on Google reviews or in the guest book out the front. Like we hear that friendly team and
Yeah, well,
like
whatever we say, of course, we say this is the greatest place and
Yeah.
it's special. But have a look at the reviews or have a look at the guest book out there.